Hello friends, welcome to my sacred space. Today I wanted to talk to you about why Monstera deliciosa have splits or holes and why some of your plants at home do not. A lot of you have been concerned like there's something wrong with your plant, but really the answer is this. It's 100% maturity. So these babies, this is also a Monstera deliciosa, but it's a baby leaf. And you know what? As a baby leaf, it doesn't have the need yet to split. This one's just a little bit more mature and it has its first split. And if you look over here, we're even more mature. It has many splits, but not a lot of holes yet. Then if you look over here, look at all these. This comes from a much more mature plant. And this brand new leaf that just unfurled so beautifully has tons of beautiful splits and holes. And another word for these holes is fenestrations. So in Italian, finestra means window. And why some Monstera need windows and some do not. So again, it's all about maturity. And then the next reason is because of light. So in the wild, they develop aerial roots, right? And a lot of the roots will cascade down to the forest floor and collect water. And I actually mimic that with this mason jar. A lot of them will do that and collect water, but the other ones, and actually I think it's better illustrated over here, other roots here will search for something like a tree, because in the wild, Monstera deliciosa climb up trees. They go all the way up the tree, and each leaf that develops is slightly bigger than the one before. And so in order for that bigger leaf to not shade the leaf underneath it, it has developed holes so that light will go through. But the other reason why it developed holes is for air. So just like our windows, right? They let air, well, when you open them, they let light through and then you open it up and it lets air through. So you can think of it in the same way, which by the way, hi everyone. This is kind of set up a little different than usual. Usually my sacred space is in fact my sacred space in my home office, but today it's set up for a photo studio for our new collection of plants. I just want to say hi. So once again, I just wanted to finish up this thought before I lose it, because I tend to do that. So air and light need to pass through, and that's why they have developed holes or fenestrations. You can think of them as windows. But the other thing I wanted to say is, how do you get to this point? How do you get them to develop more? There's a few things that I have learned along the way. One is definitely, I feel like feeding your plants is very important. When you keep them as houseplants, they need to get their food source somehow. So I actually have been feeding them our multi-purpose tonic, and they are doing so well. They love, love, love it. It feeds them systemically. So that's one thing. But the other thing is, I feel like a lot of people think that Monstera don't need light, like they're an indirect light plant, and they are to a degree. However, I have noticed that if you give them at least a couple hours of direct light, they're going to develop more holes, because if you think about it, if you're going to give them more light, they're going to mature faster, they're going to get bigger leaves. And then of course the bigger leaves are going to want to give a window or a hole to the lower leaves. So more sun, more holes, more fenestrations.